Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Right now it's 17:40 p.m. So your girl has not been working out. I've been in the house for almost 1 year and a half, so it's not a joke. So today I've decided that I'm gonna go for a walk, and I wanna answer some of your questions or some of concerns about my health. So today I'm here to talk to you guys as a family, to let you know what's really going on, why I've not gone for my surgery, and am I going for the surgery, and what are you doing, because most of you have been so concerned about that, and I don't take that for granted. I really appreciate your love and support. Bonjour. I really do appreciate your love and support. So today I thought about it and I told Louis to drop me here. You see there? This is still our village, but maybe I've not taken you guys this side. So we're gonna go for a walk. Nowadays we have long days and short nights. So there will be light until late. What is it? This dog. So there will be light until late. Welcome back again here. Oh, look at this dog. Look at this tiny dog here. You think you can get me? Relax. Guys, here almost everybody has a pet. Mostly dogs and cats. Relax, you can't get me. You're making noise for no good reason. Why are you doing that? So as I take you guys through our village, this part of our village, I think this is the best time to talk about my situation and also just to connect with you guys, because I know most of you want the best for me. So that's the reason why I decided to create this video today, to let you know my situation right now, why I've not gone for my surgery, and am I going for the surgery, and what's really going on. We are still in spring. In the morning it was cold and it was raining, and imagine right now it's gone. I mean, the weather is so good. You, my people, you don't know how much I've missed working out, going for a run with my friends. I've really missed that so much, but we will be back, don't worry. So before I even start this conversation, why I've not gone for surgery or other natural methods of shrinking fibroids, I want to say this, guys. If you've been here for us for a long time, you know that we have new cars. We have two cars, Range Rover and the other small car. Hello, bonjour. So if you've been here and you've been watching our videos, of late I've been reading some comments, and some of you are curious, and where your two cars that Louis got for you from the Netherlands, why are you not driving your new cars? So today is that day that I want to make it clear. Yeah, so number one, some of you are telling me that, Anne, you need to start driving your car. So when we went to the Netherlands, we bought two cars, Range Rover and the small one. Range Rover is not a small car. And also by that time, Louis was looking for his car, because the old car that we have, we want to sell it and get rid of it because it's a very old car. Louis needs something better. So Louis was searching for his car. Then I told him, I will not feel comfortable driving Range Rover because it's a big car. What if I knock the car? Because Range Rover is not a small car. So I told Louis, what if you get me a small car, then you take my Range Rover? Because for me, what I need is a car. I don't care about the brand or which one. I just need a car that can move me around, that can allow me to move around easily. So we thought it was a good idea, and Louis stopped looking for his own car. And now Range Rover is Louis' car. Bonjour. Yeah, now Range Rover is Louis' car. And for me, I have the small car. The question is, have you guys ever seen Louis driving the Range Rover? No. Why? Because when we bought the car from the Netherlands, it has Netherlands plate, number plate, or Dutch number plate. So for you to drive that car here in France, you have to register the car. And for you to register the car, it's a lot of paperwork. And we've been trying to do that, and nothing seems to be working. And we are still working on that. Louis is working on that, because even Louis is very tired with his old car, BMW. So even Louis is stressed about it. And also my other small car, the same thing. When I will be ready to drive it here in France, they have to register it here in France and change the number plate, everything, for me to drive that car here. They have to register it here. So any country got their own rules, or have their own rules when it comes to roads, vehicles, so we have to obey that. We cannot use those cars until they will be registered. France rules are very, very strict, mostly when it comes to roads or anything to do with cars. They are very strict, and once you done something wrong, they can even take away your driving license. So for us not to take a risk, we better just keep the cars, try to register the cars. Then after that, even before I start driving, Louis will be driving the Range Rover. Now that car is for Louis, because for me, I felt like as a beginner who is very scared on the road, I don't want to start with the big car. And most of you supported me on that. You guys said that was a great idea to have the small car as a beginner. So we still have our cars in our garage, our new garage. They are just there, nobody's driving them. That's the reason why we don't drive them. So I hope at that point you understood everything. Ooh, look at this. Now these are the things that I like. Look at that view over there. I like that so much. It's so peaceful. Where the cows. Me, I like nature. I feel so nice. You see the cows. Wow. So now let's get back to my driving license. I'm gonna take you through this slowly until you get my point. I'm doing this because you guys are our supporters, and I think through these things you can get to learn something from this conversation, because I know maybe you're watching me and you wanna relocate abroad. It will get to a point whereby you need to drive. So this is the main reason why I'm sharing this as a content creator, at least to learn something out of this. So when I came to France, here in France, Louis was very, very smart, and he knew how difficult it will be for me to learn how to drive in this country. Louis has his Dutch driving license, and he has been trying to convert it to French, and it has been complicated. Nothing is working. So imagine me from Africa. Even Louis has been trying to convert his driving license to French one, and nothing seems to be working. Oh, these people are working here. Oh, looking good. Imagine the day our house or our compound will be like this. It will be amazing. But it costs a lot of money for you to get to this point. So the best thing for Louis is that he's Dutch, he's European, so he can still use his Dutch driving license here, although you can convert it. So Louis has been driving cars for years. Louis started driving at a very young age, and imagine they still cannot convert his driving license to French one. So put that aside. Now come back to Anne. Before I relocated to France, 3 months to relocate, Louis came up with this beautiful idea that, Anne, you need to go to driving school in Kenya so that when you come to France, you will not start as a beginner. You will go to the driving school and you will just tell them that you have your Kenyan driving license, but you just want to learn few things here and there to make you become familiar with the roads and rules here. So we thought it was a beautiful thing, and I did that. I got my driving license, but I've never drove a car on the road by myself. Ooh, there are cars here. Very lonely road. Let's let them pass. Oh, I missed these guys. You know, most of the time we would come here running. Me and my friend Sophie or Joanne. Joanne, we walk. She doesn't run. But with Sophie, we run. I miss this a lot. You know, I can't walk long because of my situation for now, but I'm trying, okay? So, that was a great idea. We decided to do that. I got my Kenyan driving license. And when I got here, it takes you 3 months. You stay 3 months, you cannot do anything until you receive a letter from the immigration office calling you to go to the office, their office immigration process. Yes, they check your health, they do everything. They put you in their system. So we waited for 3 months. I cannot do anything. I cannot go to a driving school. 3 months after relocating, you're not allowed to do anything, even working. So me as Anne, I stayed at home. I got that process done, the immigration process after 3 months. Then after that, the first thing you do when you come here, you go to language school. Oh, I guess you remember this road. Hey, me and Joanne, we would go there looking for mushroom. Guys, this is a little bit far from home. Just enjoy the peaceful walk with me. You go for your first French lessons for 6 months, A1. So after that, now, that's when you start doing your paperwork. I mean, you need to get your health insurance, you're trying to get your bank account. You know, now you are in the system. Now you are in their system. Now you are allowed to do these things. After almost 1 year, that's when now we started to figure out how I can convert my Kenyan driving license to French driving license. So we followed the procedure, all the requirements, but let me tell you something, it was very complicated. There are attestations that you need to get from your government, from Kenya, and those attestations, they need to be within 3 months. So you upload your documents, then they take even a month, they reply back, or 2 months, they say that your application is not fully completed, you need to upload these documents. So by the time you're going back to get other documents, the ones that you've already uploaded there has already expired, because they have to be within 3 months. Through this journey, we didn't realize that if you come with a foreign driving license, you have to convert it within 1 year. So by the time we were getting everything, all the documents, 1 year has already gone. So they rejected my application. So they never converted my Kenyan driving license to French driving license. Guys, I'm trying my level best to explain to you everything. At least you can understand the reason why everything is delaying. Yeah, they didn't convert my Kenyan driving license because it took us more than 1 year to get the documents needed for that. Before we started doing all this process, we didn't know that it has to be within that 1 year that you've relocated abroad. So for us, we thought that we can just convert it anytime, you know. That was not the case. So if you're watching this video, you're planning to travel abroad, getting your country's driving license will be so perfect, but try to convert it within a year. Learn from me, okay? That's the reason why your girl is walking like this. You see me walking every day. I can't drive. Oh, let me close my bag. Hey, my bag was open, guys. There is even nobody here, so let's close it. Oh, as much as there is nobody walking behind us, we still have to close our bag. Yeah, like that. So number one mistake that we did, and it has cost us a lot, is that we did not start the procedure of converting my Kenyan driving license as soon as I got here. That is what we could have started with immediately after the 3 months. Immediately after I was done with the immigration paperwork, the next step, even before starting to go to school to study French, I could have started the journey of converting my Kenyan driving license to French. So learn from me. That's why I'm a content creator, and I'm here to help you relocate and integrate smoothly, not like me. Another question. And why don't you join a school? Just start afresh. So immediately after my rejection, they didn't convert my driving license. We started looking for a school, driving school, where I can start having my driving lessons as someone with experience. Another thing, don't forget that we live in a very small village. Our village is not a big city. It's a very tiny village. You see, it's like this. This is a very tiny village, right? Yeah. Louis took me one by one to these schools. We knocked the door. We presented our problem, and most of the schools, they rejected me. They said, no, we don't have vacancy, and we prefer taking someone as a beginner. And mind you, learning how to drive in Europe is not cheap. It's not cheap. I don't want to talk about the money, but just know that it's not cheap. Every weekend, before we could go for shopping, we could branch to any driving school we come across. Ooh, the cows. You see? Guys, tell me, this is our village. You see how tiny it is? And most people here, they are farmers. Real village life here. So when I say our village is tiny, it's very tiny. Mostly you find only farmers here. So I think you can understand my situation, and the reason why I'm saying that. From this, you can understand my situation. We live in a very tiny village, not so much going on. Oh, the chicken. The chicken on this side. See them? They're happy there. So let's continue with our story as we go. So many cars coming now. We need to give them space. So we live in a very small village. We don't have like much going on. So I think through that you can understand my story now. So we tried to get a driving school where I can learn how to drive. It didn't work out. They rejected me, and by that time I think I was going for my French lessons, because there was a time we went to a driving school, and the lady we met there, she was so nice and very, very thoughtful. She's one of the instructors there, and she told me that I think it will be so difficult for you as non-French speaker to get an instructor that can teach you how to drive here if you don't know how to speak French. So for me, I would advise you that continue learning French. Then after that, you can come back to this school, the school where she was, and we can register you as a beginner. I told her that when I was in Kenya, I only learned how to drive, but I've never drove a car by myself because you don't want to cause accident. And the next question, she was like, when did you learn how to drive? Because normally they advise you that immediately after you are done with your driving lessons, you should get on the road immediately. Because if you stay more than 3 months without driving a car, most people, they tend to forget, and also the fear will kick in again. Rules are very strict, and not only on the road, but when it comes to doing your exams, they will just give you a normal exams. So the lady was so nice. She told me that I prefer you learn your French up to A2 level. And when I came back to Louis, I explained everything, and we agreed that after I was done with my A2 French lessons, I was supposed to go back there, register as a beginner. Immediately after I was done with my A2 lessons, another problem kicked in. I was sick with fibroids, and this situation got to a point whereby I couldn't even walk. I was in pain. We started looking for an appointment to see a gyno for my problem, because I don't think you can compare your health with driving a car. Just my opinion. For me, I felt like we need to solve this problem first before going back to driving school. So we thought that it would be so easy for me to get appointment with a gyno to know where the problem is within my stomach or within my uterus, whatever in my body, because by that time I didn't know that I had fibroids, but I was going through a lot. Like, it was just a lot. Guys, you remember the rabbits? Oh, the rabbits, you see them? Tiny rabbit. I told you guys, here people, they are farmers. Beautiful rabbits. I've brought you here several times. There are things that I don't share with you guys online, but there were times that I was really going through a lot. I was going through a lot. So it took us a while before we get a gyno, and finally we got one, and I went for the checkup. I did the scan, and I was told that I have big fibroids. So Anne cannot drive now. I need to go back to driving school and learn how to drive. Remember when I was in Nairobi having my lessons, driving lessons? It was very fast. We talked to the instructor and we told him that make it as fast as possible because I was supposed to relocate within 3 months. We went so fast, and I even skipped some lessons, but I passed my exams. Theoretically, I didn't even learn a lot. On the road, not even a lot. But with the knowledge that I got, I passed my driving exams and I got my driving license. So if you can ask me, Anne, can you drive a car right now? I would say no. Why? I've lost everything that I've learned in school. Remember, since I got here, it has been 4 years without me stepping inside a car. I cannot drive until I start afresh as a beginner and learn how to drive a car. So I hope you can understand me right now. Guys, it's 18:17. It's getting dark. We are deep inside the forest, you see? Hey, but I feel happy. Like today I did this. Yes, I feel so nice. It feels really, really nice to go for a walk, evening walk. You see? Today your girl is very active. Look at me. Can you see? Can you see me? It's getting a little bit dark, but it's okay. I feel very happy to get back on my feet. At least now I can walk. Hey, guys, we do take things for granted. If you can wake up and walk freely, you don't feel any pain in your body, I think you're very lucky. You should appreciate that. You should have gratitude. Yes. Sometimes I do miss going out just for a run by myself, because for me, I don't drink alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't go to club. The only thing I enjoy is working out. And imagine it gets to that point whereby you cannot work out. It can be torturing mentally or emotionally, but you have to be strong for yourself. And just walking outside today, I feel very thankful and humbled. Yes, I do. I'm not even joking. Now I'm serious. I do. I feel very, very lucky to do this. I remember there were times that I could not even lift my whole body from the bed. Like, guys, it was too much. Okay, now you can understand my story. So, another question that some of you are asking in the comment section, and why don't Louis teach you how to drive or practice with you? Like I said, me as Anne, I'm here to share with you my journey in France without hiding anything and without feeling any shame. Remember, your life is your life. Right now, I'm sharing with you guys my story. Somehow you will feel sorry for me, but it's me who knows my situation better, you know. So I'm very thankful you can feel sorry for me, but in reality, it's me who knows what I'm going through when I say I'm sick, you know, or when I'm going through something. So the reason why Louis cannot teach me how to drive, Louis works from Monday to Saturday most of the time. So imagine, he wakes up, he relaxes, he takes his breakfast, then lunch, then after that we are on the road, we are going to the nursing home together, then from there we go to the supermarket for shopping, and we call it a day because after that it will be dark. So tell me, what time will Louis teach me how to drive? It's not easy. Then on Sunday, that's when Louis relaxes completely, because with his job, he has to be mentally stable, and resting is one of those things that he doesn't play with. He has to relax his brain so that he can function well at work. Yeah, so on Sunday is Louis' full day to rest without doing anything. So there were times that we could take a car, go to the forest like this, and Louis would teach me how to drive. We tried it twice. And let me tell you, Louis is not patient. And when Louis was teaching me how to drive, Louis is not like a patient person. And even him, he knows. He's always telling me that I can never be a teacher because he's not patient. So we tried, I think, twice, and it wasn't working for me. I told Louis, no, you will not teach me how to drive. Louis is not patient, and I think with driving you need someone who is very patient. Yeah, so from that we aborted that idea of Louis taking me to the forest to teach me how to drive. No. No, Louis cannot do that. I felt like maybe when he was taking me for driving lessons or practice, sometimes he's tired and he's like, can't do this, and you know you're not doing it. So he felt frustrated, and that was not working for him or for me. So if I do something wrong, he will feel frustrated. Maybe he's tired mentally. He has been working from Monday to Saturday. He needs to rest. That idea of Louis teaching me how to drive was left on the road. Not anymore. Can you see our village? Now I'm on the top of the hill. Look at the view of our village. So we're gonna go there, you see? That's where we are supposed to be going to. You see where there is that car? Yeah, there. Let's zoom. There. That car over there. That's where I need to go to. But we cannot cross over here. We have to go straight like this. It's a long journey. Let's check the time. Hey, but at least we've walked today. 18:26. Yes, so guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I'm so happy. This is one of the days that I'm very happy. Just to start walking again. This is nice. After all those things, then it came the fibroids. And like I said, for me, my health is very important more than driving a car. How can I drive a car when I'm sick, when I'm not feeling well? How? Driving to where? To do what? Because the main reason why I need to drive is to go around, look for a job. If I want to go for shopping, I can go easily. But if I'm not feeling well, do you think I will be okay going shopping? How? Shopping for what? Or driving to where? My health is number one. At this point, I need to solve this problem, guys. So let me take you back to my journey, the reason why I've not gone for surgery. What's this? Cotton wool? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you know what's that. I just saw it there. Some people are coming. You're gonna see them from the back. Guess we are going there. Imagine right now, it's 18:30, 6:30 p.m. and the sun is coming out. That's beautiful. You see that couple there? They went for a walk. Yes, they are elderly people. Ooh, look at the sun. So, why I've not gone for surgery, and do I think of going for a surgery? And what are you still waiting for? You need to do that first. And another thing, there was somebody who was saying in the comment section that Louis took himself to Turkey to make sure that his teeth is okay, but you are sick and he does nothing about it, and he's a doctor. Why can't Louis help you to get your surgery done? Yeah, those are some of the comments that sometimes I see in the comment section. Oh, they're selling houses here, guys. So I wanna answer you, and please be keen and listen to me. Louis is not a gynecologist who is a surgeon. How do you say it? Gynecological surgeon. Okay, I can put it this way. Louis is not a gynecologist who is a surgeon, or Louis is not a surgeon. Louis is not a gynecologist, so he cannot help me. The only thing that Louis can help me to do is to make appointment. And why he can help me? Because he speaks French. So through that, he can help me to book appointment. So the only thing that Louis can do is to help me book appointment with my surgeon. That's it. Okay, so don't put it too much on Louis. This has nothing to do with Louis. And again, apart from Louis helping me to book appointment, oh, John, should we go and say hi to John? Check on John. This is John's house. I think we should go, then we continue. I don't know. Yeah, we should go and say hi to John. Bonjour. Maybe John is here. Then we continue, guys. Now I'm back. This is John, but I need to switch off the camera because maybe there are people there. Hey guys, look, I'm here at John's place, and the husband went for fishing and he brought this, and she decided to give me two. I've never had this fish before.
Ils sont belles, hein?
Oui. John, comment s'appelle en français?
Truite.
Truite.
T-R-U-I-T-E.
Oui, comme ça. Pour mon mari.
Ouais, et une pour toi.
Oui. Et cuisiner comme dorade.
Pareil. Des deux côtés.
Wow.
Hein? Tu demanderas à ton mari si c'est bon.
Oui, merci.
Hein? Voilà. Voilà ma nénette.
Hey, I'm back from John's house. Look, John gave me this fish. So I didn't explain, guys. I'm sorry. John is not feeling well yet. and I think it's not nice to record people when they are on their low moments. So I didn't feel like I wanted to tell her to say hi to you guys, but at least right now she's doing well. She's not weak. Last time when I saw Joanne, she was really not doing well, but I'm very happy that today she's feeling good. And here in our village there is a private river whereby once a year you pay 20 euros and you go there for fishing. So the husband went this morning and caught the fish. The fish is called truite in French. I don't know how it's called in English. So she gave me 2 fish and she was like, please go and try this with your husband and take a photo. Let me see how you make it. So I'm very happy to see her, and the fact that she's doing great today, I'm very happy. Me and John of late, we were going through a lot but she's really nice. It's really nice to check on your friends, guys. And guys, let me tell you something. Joan is very clean. Hey, I'm like, Joan, how often do you clean your house? Joan's house is very clean, even more than my house. But my house is still like that because of the constructions, everything but I will try to make sure that my house is clean. Oh, look at our bus. Wow, it's very late. Let me see. It's 7:09. Imagine, it's really very late, but we still have the sun. Look, you're enjoying. I want to explain to you the reason why I've not gone for my surgery or what I'm still waiting for. When I came back from the hospital after doing my MRI scan, you know, the doctor there that I met is French speaker. He speaks a little English. So he was explaining everything to me in French, and to be honest, I cannot understand medical terms in French because my French is really bad. I came back home and Louis took my result and he tried to explain to me everything, and we realized that it was more complicated than I thought. I don't know how to say this. I'm not breaking down. I'm okay with the result because the same day I went to the hospital, there are people who went to the hospital but got the worst results than mine. So what should I do? I'm very grateful with my result. Yes, because there is nothing I can do. I can just take my medication and make sure that everything is okay. So I have big fibroids. The bigger one is 15 centimeters. I can read it here. I have the result here. I can read it for you. I do have it on my phone so that you can understand. I think I took a photo of it. Yeah, because I had to translate it in English so that also I can understand it well. Size of my fibroids, largest one, 15 centimeter, and it's marked very large. Another fibroid, 6 centimeter. Another one, 5.5 centimeters. Another one, 4 centimeters. Another one, 3.3 centimeters. Then they said there are several fibroids in total. So one very large fibroid is at the top of the uterus. Several fibroids are inside the muscular wall of the uterus. One fibroid is growing on the outside surface of the uterus. Because of these fibroids, the inside cavity of the uterus is distorted. Okay, that's very important. But the good news about my result, the MRI report says the ovaries are normal in size. This usually means egg production is likely normal. Another thing that I was so scared about was this one. The MRI also mentions moderate fluid in the pelvic area behind the uterus. That's very sensitive. So when the French doctor was trying to explain to me my situation, I didn't understand that part. I'm doing this hoping that sharing these informations outside there, it can help somebody who is going through something like this, okay? I can still have kids if I want to have kids, but because of the several fibroids that I have, we need to look for a doctor or a surgeon or gynecological surgeon who knows what he does. This is very sensitive, and the reason why I'm always experiencing a lot of pain is because of the size of my fibroids. My result is not what I thought. For me, I thought that I can go to any hospital, they can just remove those fibroids and we call it a day. But that's not the reality. Because I have several of them, we need to take our time to make sure that we find the best doctor, not in our village, in Paris, because we have the best hospitals in Paris. So, because I'm still very young, and in the future, I would love to have my kid, meaning that I would not want my uterus to be interfered with. So for this to happen smoothly, I need to get a surgeon who knows what he does and who is dealing with this kind of surgeries, fibroids. So that's number one reason why I've not gone for the surgery. I remember that day I didn't share a lot concerning my situation, and also most of the time you don't see my full body, and it pains me so bad when some people, you try to explain to them the reason why you cannot wear tight things. I cannot wear trousers, jeans. I cannot wear something which is very tight around my waist, because the pain that I go through, it's only me who knows. The doctor told me that my uterus has enlarged, and now my uterus size is of somebody who is 6 months pregnant. That's how he explained to me, and also Louis did the same. He told me that the fibroids has distorted your uterus. That's the reason why you look like you are 6 months pregnant. I'm gonna show you the photo here when my stomach is fully bloated and when I'm going through the pain. I do take photos just to remember. So I'm gonna pin those photos here. You're gonna see my real stomach. Wearing maybe tight clothes or those dresses that some of you are suggesting in the comment section that, and maybe you just wear loose dresses. And for me, I'm like, why should I wear those loose dresses if I'm comfortable in a t-shirt and a loose pant? Because I don't want to wear a dress. Because with 6 months pregnant stomach, it's not something small. And if you wear those dresses, now it shows that you are fully pregnant. And I don't want to do that. And I'm not even comfortable doing that. With the sun, that's the reason why, guys, you don't see my full body most of the time. I prefer wearing those big t-shirts. They make me feel comfortable. And that's what I want. So just imagine. The doctor explained to me, he told me that if you want to understand the size of your fibroids, it's like a watermelon. Like I said, I'm sharing this because I know there are so many people who are going through this thing. And according to the pain that I do experience sometimes, it's worth sharing with people. And at least to create awareness. If you see somebody going through something like this, please support them emotionally. Just do something nice to them. Give them warm water to drink, because let me tell you, it's not an easy thing. Sometimes you feel like your world is falling apart. It's so painful, guys. Bloating stomach is something that you don't want to play with. Sometimes I feel like my stomach is breaking apart. I mean, you know, like it's so rigid. It's so rigid like this. You feel like it's overstretched and it's so uncomfortable. We live in a small village, like I said, so our main focus is to get a doctor from Paris, and we've already checked for a good hospital, whereby we've already sent them an email. After they will accept our message, that's when we will go ahead and take the appointment and take myself to Paris, do the surgery, and come back home very healthy. Yes, this has nothing to do with Louis when it comes to making decision. It's just there to help me, to advise me as a doctor, but it's me to push things to move fast. We live in a small village, and in Europe to get appointments sometimes can be so difficult. So we are still waiting for their message of acceptance, because the only option we have here is to do the surgery. If you see Anne not working out, just know that it's a lot. According to my MRI, it's pushing some of my organs. There is one which is pushing the liver, and you know that's not good. So it's very complicated, but I believe that everything shall be well. That's my situation, guys. Did you realize that you brought me back home? Did you realize that? I'm back. Hey, our dogs. I don't want them to come to the gate. Wait. Let's go. Sus! Sus! Is very happy, guys. Sus is so friendly, more than Bako. Bako is more of himself. Bako doesn't want to come for me. Yeah, you see Bako. See. Sus, Kiki. So guys, I'm back home. Sus is gone. So guys, that's my situation right now. And I want to say that it's not an easy journey. So if you love Anne and Louis, please be positive in the comment section. It's not easy to get appointment, but once I get it, it will be the best. You want to make sure that you go to a doctor with experience or a surgeon with experience. Pray for me, guys. Sometimes it can be so difficult. Like my stomach gets to 6 months pregnant. I am like 6 months pregnant. So imagine that picture. You are not pregnant, but you look like 6 months pregnant. Please, you don't know what someone is going through unless they open up and share their stories with you. For me, I would say that choose to be kind, be positive. Do not expect too much out of strangers who you don't even know their lives. You don't know what they are battling. You know, everyone is going through something. So the best you can offer a stranger is kindness and support. I'm back home. It's 7:30, I think, and we still have the sun. So I want to say that I love you so much. Take care of yourself. We are in this journey together, and I'm so positive that everything shall go well, or everything will be okay. We just have to be patient and make sure that we have the best doctor that can take out those unwanted fibroids. Are they unwanted? Yes, they are unwanted. Nobody wants them there. So they will be taken out, and I will be back to my normal life. We will be going to the gym, going to the driving school, doing things as normal people. So before I end this video, I want to say that the only time you should get worried when you have those fibroids is when you cannot perform your daily activities. I mean, you cannot work out, you cannot walk, you cannot bend, you cannot sleep well. That's when you should start getting worried about them. So I love you so much. Take care of yourself. If you're going through something like this, be strong and everything shall be okay. So guys, we are back home with our fish. Let me go and show Louis the fish that has been given to me by our friend Joan. Joan is the best. So bye guys. See you again on my next video or our next video. The video on how we met is coming out very soon, so grab those popcorns, get ready on your couch, and enjoy the episode of Anne and Louis' journey of love. Bye.